This is Garrett Fry, the 3D digital map painting sequence lead for the construction site sequence, and we're taking a look at shot 635. So let's go ahead and play that. So you can see from the shot we're down and we're panning up here, and in this shot we're looking pretty far down as far as the angle goes, and then we look up here and we're seeing more of this construction site. So right here at the head of the shot, we have some really cool puddles and things going on. And what we're going to want to do is fill in this area here with more construction site material. But you're going to be taking your objects and you're going to be setting them down into the mud. And so to do that, you need to have some of the mud like affecting the objects that you put in there. If that means that like this object here, it's like muddy and dirty at the bottom, or it's just a little bit wet, like some of this wood and that kind of stuff, then that's what you need to do. You can use the terrain of the ground of what's in the plate to your advantage. And so you can see like this little mark right here. If you put an object right here in that spot, then you're kind of utilizing some of the markings on the ground that go along with your objects. And so you kind of get that stuff for free. So you're seeing what, I mean, I've got like, in the photo library, I don't know, there's like 300 or 500 photos of construction site material, right? So you can flick through those really quickly, and so and find really the best object to go into some of these places. And the idea is what can I get for free? Can I just put something in here and get all the ground markings that I want for free? Or can I put something in here and get the perspective I want for free if I just use this photo as opposed to that photo? And so that's kind of what you want to do, and that's what makes it fast. And you've got options, and you can throw things in really, really quickly and do quick compositions and say, oh, that looks really good. That doesn't look really good. This looks really good, but it's going to require me a lot of work to try to get all these photos to work in this. Or you can go, this is going to look really good and it's going to be pretty quick. So obviously that's the one that you're going to want to do. So all of this is game up here to fill in. You can kind of keep things to the side and have little pathways kind of coming in and out of things, so that like if there was equipment like a big machinery that's going to come through and like move some of this stuff, that you actually are providing a path for it to do that. And make sure that as you are doing this, that you are really spot on with your perspective, and not just to have everything exactly the same, going back into space. Like you look at this box here, it's kind of twisted a little bit. This is a little more square, and this is a little twisted that way. This is a little twisted that way. So that makes it feel natural. If you have everything just kind of lined up in a row that way, it looks a little bit fake for the composition. So those are some things to consider. Also, it's a really wet scene, and so the things that you add to this shot, you want to make sure that they have a wet feeling to them. And you can see a lot in this shot, some areas of wetness, like that has a big pool of wetness right there. Down under here has some wet parts onto the wood. And so when you are doing that, just make sure it has that wet quality to it. Before you jump into your shot, it's a good idea to review the library of construction site materials. Do a bunch of quick matte painting tests by dragging photos into your shot and doing quick integrations. You will soon be able to discern the appropriate reference you should use for your shot.